between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Set to go, Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. They will go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They go play action with Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Got a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And this one complete to Will Fuller.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He sees Fuller on the out route, and it's complete.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
11 Thomas. 11 MT.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
11. Gotta go. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go.
Now they try the right side here.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Dancing to his left.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. The touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Lawrence.
Here's Fuller with a catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
From the 41, Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They didn't want to crash in the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Etienne. is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Now the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Bengals 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line. It's a set. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. After the pick six, here's Burrow again.
And that is taken in by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12. Stop.
From midfield now, Burrow. 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
11.
Burrow will throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Andre Cisco.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
He had already had an interception earlier. Now, Charles, he says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back for the score.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the team. They're asked to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
11 Thomas.
Now it's Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14.
Jaguars 28, Bengals 14. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Mighty.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 mighty.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Chase Claypool,
55 yards.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they're within 7 now, 28-21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lawrence. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Michael Ojemudia with the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11 Thomas. 11 MT, take. 11 MT.
Play action. It's Burrow. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
11 MT, 11 MT.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got some space here.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here we go.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
12, 12, 12.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Malik Jackson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
1-1, ready?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
11.
Now it's Burrow. And now here is another interception.
And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now Lawrence on first down. He'll air this one out for Kirk.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
On, ready?
Throwing, Burrow.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Done. 11.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Now Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT. 11 Thomas. 11.
Burrow. Quick slant finding Claypool.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 11 MT. Hey. 11 MT. 11. 12.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Tyson Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jags,
a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Bengals,
it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.
Somebody to hold me. Something done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. Games. God damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement, and this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action, cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spitting flows? Been wearing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go. We could take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to